I've been getting a lot of questions about when is the Wayback going to be on Patreon, and I'm excited to announce it is finally here. Plus, bonus content. Right now, for just $5, you get the Honeydew a day early, you get it ad-free, and you get a full bonus episode of the Honeydew with Y'all where listeners highlight their lowlights, and it's going to stay that way. $5. And for just $3 more, you're also going to get the Wayback a day early and ad-free, but that's not all. You'll get exclusive bonus content with the guests, some fun segments, maybe some games, and we'd love to get you guys involved, and that's all for only $3 more. And there's no censorship on any of the Patreon episodes. Subscribe now. Portland, Oregon. I'll be at the Aladdin Theater Saturday, November 23rd. Get your tickets to all shows on my website at ryansickler.com.
Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all day! We're gonna be here all day, baby! I like this kind of party!
Welcome back to the Wayback, everybody. Ryan Sickler here. I want to say thank you for your support of this show. It's such a fun show to do. Make sure you're subscribed, hit it up with a review and all that good stuff, and come see me on tour. If I am in your town when you're around, I'm out there, y'all. Tickets are available on my website at ryansickler.com. Very excited to have our guest here today in the Wayback with me. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Craig Conant.
Hey,
welcome to the Wayback,
howdy
buddy.
doody. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Please promote whatever you like.
Yeah. What's up? I'm Craig Conant. I'm funny. Come catch a show. CraigConant.com. I'm touring. Yeah, it's taping my special in December.
Are you? Okay.
Sacramento, Crest Theater, baby.
Good for you. Congrats.
Yeah, come get these jokes.
So I usually start this off with asking if anybody ever actually sat in the seat, that back seat in the station wagon that faced out. And you're a little younger. How old are you?
I'm 40.
Oh, you're 40?
Yeah.
Dude, you look like you're 31, 32 years old.
Right here, bro. Wakes your eyes up. Yeah, I'm old school, 84.
Okay, you are old enough to remember one of these then. So did have you ridden in the seat?
Yeah. We had two that had this. My mom had a baby blue Chrysler with the back seat, and then my uncle Johnny had a Volvo with the back seat.
Oh yeah, the Volvo.
So we were in and even in any car we were always in the back seat. The Explorer, we were ghetto. We didn't wear seat belts.
No,
I rode in the back of my dad's pickup truck, early 90s.
That's outlawed.
It was different.
It was.
It's in a bit, but yeah, that was fun. Me and my sisters would do that. Going fishing to San Pedro.
All right, so you know this seat then. So
Yeah.
what sort of stuff you get into? I know you go check out his Honeydew episode. It's great, but you mentioned something.
Potato cannons,
Yeah,
baby.
bro. I don't know if anybody's talked about those on here yet.
Oh,
they were
my
so
God.
We never had cannon. We had guns.
Yeah.
You said cannon.
Cannons.
Yeah. Tell me how you're doing. Just your PVC, but how far?
Well, back in the day, they had this thing called the Anarchist Cookbook. You remember that thing?
Yes, I do.
And I was like 12 years old reading this book, learning how to make stuff. And potato cannon was one of them. And I had like maybe 5 different. Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's a homemade one there.
Yeah. I use black PVC pipe personally. Looks better. Yeah. That one looked like mine. That one looked like mine right there. Well, they used a barbecue igniter like that. I use the the lantern, the flint, the gold one that you twist.
I had a Coleman lantern that had a flint. They would light right up.
We'd soak potatoes in gasoline, and we'd shoot them in the night sky towards the police station.
For people who don't know, explain how it works, because there's a lot of people like, what the hell is he talking about? What is a potato cannon? So we're going to show a picture of it, but tell them how it works.
And now, the Wayback presents How to Build a Potato Cannon with Craig Conant. Pay very close attention.
Go to Home Depot and you get like 4-inch, 5-inch for the chamber. And then you get like a adapter to a Aquanet or in the spray bottle or fire lawnmower or
anything flammable.
Anything flammable, really. Anything flammable. And you on like it's showing in the pictures. Yeah.
This has been How to Build a Potato Cannon with Craig Conant. Uncensored version available on Patreon.
Oh, I had 5 versions of this by the time I was 12 years old. Yeah.
12?
Yeah. My dad, he's nuts. He's the illegal man. He's making these at like 9, 10. We're taking him to Little League, showing other kids, hey, watch this shit. Shooting them all. Everybody loved it. It was
If you haven't seen a potato cannon shoot, man, I'm telling you, it's something else. We had guns. Nobody ever got crazy enough to make a cannon one. That thing's big. It was as big as you.
Oh, yeah, it was as big as me. And
so on 5th version, what do you got now? So you just putting...
Like a 5-footer with 4-inch chamber, maybe about 3.
And are you holding it, or is this thing like a mortar at this point now?
It has kick. Like, you need to hold it on your side or it will hit your hip bone and leave a gnarly bruise.
It will, huh?
Oh, yeah. It went like 300 yards of limes. You
would do limes too?
That fit perfect. And I put a screw because the barrel, sometimes you'd push the potato too far and it'd go into the chamber. So you just put a screw right there, put some epoxy, PVC glue, seal it up, and then it would never go down. You'd load it like a musket. You just put it down with a broomstick. And we used to shoot these all night long.
And where? What are you shooting them at?
I'm not even kidding, at the police station. They wouldn't go that far, but we live maybe like 6 blocks from the police. So we'd shoot it in that direction and we would just laugh.
Just fire them into the neighborhood?
Just a potato. Yeah, just hitting houses nearby. Imagine waking up and just getting hit with a potato.
Just walking outside. Potato hit you.
We do drive-bys, but we put potato guns, shoot them at our buddies' houses, their front doors, and it was the best of times, honestly. It's pretty harmless.
And you're a big fireworks guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned fireworks in a few of your honeydew stories.
I was lighting sparklers last night with my niece and nephew.
What is it you love about fireworks?
My dad gave them to me at literally kindergarten, younger.
What was your first ones?
Black Cats and bottle rockets. I was selling them in like 4th grade. 9 years old, selling them to other kids. Yeah, my dad was like, hey, go make some money. And I'd sell firecrackers, bottle rockets. I'd still Playboys.
If you did that shit in school today, I think they would label you a terrorist.
100%.
Firecrackers, anything explosive, you'd be a terrorist.
The 90s were different, bro. And they just sent me back to school.
It would be terrorism.
I sold hooker flyers. I'd go to Vegas with my dad, and I'd get all the hooker flyers off the floor, and I'd sell them at school. And I swear on my life.
What do you mean sell them? Like
50
just
cents.
because it's pornish?
Yeah.
And kids would buy them?
They'd buy them. Yeah. Just sits. They ratted me out to go to the principal's office.
Why are they ruining the titties for everybody?
This kid Jimmy ratted me out.
Man, fuck you,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I'll never forget, bro.
He told him you were selling dirty.
He told Miss Piper. Well, because he made fun of a girl because it was a girl on there, and he said to a girl like, "Hey, this will be you in 10 years." She started crying because she'd never seen a hooker before. Yeah. I was like, "Have you been to Vegas?" No, and then I'm 8. Like, you gotta go to Vegas. And then the teacher got Jimmy, and then Jimmy pointed at me, and then I went to the principal's office, and I had hooker flyers and money, and they got me, and then I just blamed it on my dad, but it was all me. Nobody told me nothing.
Nothing.
They sent me back to school the next day. It was 92, bro.
What's the wildest you ever got with fireworks? 'Cause I want to say this before you answer. My brother got in trouble for fireworks. He got on a bit of a probation for it too, because he was firing. He lives in Delaware. Well, this is his old place, and he had a big yard, and he went and got a legitimate firework, like one of the ones you see, like this big ass one that's going to blow.
You get them in Nevada, bro. I got some.
And he got one, and he fired it off, and I guess there was a cop that came by and was like, He's like, if I find any of that shit on your property, you're getting a fine. So he's cleaning it all up, and there was a shred of something on the property. And the cop came back and gave him a fine for it and put him on some kind of probation, gave him a big fine.
That cop's a weasel.
So the next 4th of July, I'm there, and he's got another one. He's like, I'm going to fire it. I'm like, it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm firing it.
Fight him.
And he fucking fires this thing up. I mean, it's big as shit. You can see it. I don't care where you are. And we just see this guy and his wife. They're just walking the neighborhood. And it's just dark, but you see enough lights. And you could see that he looked like he had a glass in his hand. And my brother's like, oh, shit, that's the cop that lives down the street. And then he just looks at my brother, and you could see, now I see him getting closer, and it's a glass of wine. He goes, fire it up.
I like this kind of party.
Oh, no.
And he stood there. No. He's a different cop, and he's let us do it. Okay. You know what I mean? And then it was just 4th of July show in the back fucking yard.
That's my point.
Yeah.
He's a patriot. Mm-hmm. Celebrate. Yeah, my incident, I was banned from Hermosa Pier and Plaza for 3 years. For 3 years.
For what?
I threw firecrackers at police officers on horses. and it made 3 local newspapers and my mama cry. That's that's a true story.
How'd you do it?
I didn't even see them though. People always think I intentionally did this shit. I lit them and I threw them down, and then I looked up and there was a posse of sheriffs. And this was actually this story. I wish I told on the other pod, but you get it here. You get it now. It's the story that made me get sober and into stand-up because I had 4 charges. I had assault on a police officer, assault on a horse officer because the firecracker scared the horses. And
Oh, shit, yeah.
And they bucked them, and the cops. I had assault on police and the horse cop.
What's a charge on a horse?
It was
assault on a horse.
That's
cop?
what I said.
What is it? What is the actual
The
time?
whole bit is I'm like, who made him a cop? He's a horse. Because the fine on the horse was more expensive than the human.
I was wondering.
Because of PETA.
Yeah.
PETA sent me death threats. They sent me death threats, bro. They wanted me.
PETA,
the
want you
animal
to die.
organization,
That still
sent me
wants to
death
save
threats.
animals.
It was a
wants to kill
wild
you.
time, bro. I just laid low for a little
PETA's
while at Trader
trash.
Joe's. And this all was out while I was at work. And it made the newspaper. And I went into work because I missed work. That was the second time I missed Trader Joe's work because I was in jail. And it made the paper. So my manager, he was a stinker too. He's a funny guy. He's selling weed. But he's holding up the newspaper. And it's the article of me. It said deputies lasso Lomita man. I lived in Lomita. And he's holding it up. He goes, Craig, did anything happen over the weekend you would like to share? And I'm out on bail with 4 charges. You know, I'm wounded.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. And yeah, I didn't see them. I didn't mean to do it, but I definitely did it. But it's okay. Out of bad can come something good. That's my message.
What about as a kid? Have you ever had? Did you ever do the Roman candle fights? Just firing them at you? Like, what
One
are you
hit
doing?
Me in the head. I live
in the
in
house?
Inglewood.
Like, what are you doing?
Not in the house. Well, sometimes we play fireball in the house. We pour alcohol or
do that?
gasoline on a tennis ball, and we light it and we throw it at each other.
I've talked about that on
It's fireball.
Only time I've ever seen it were these 2 brothers in Minnesota who did it, and they went out in the middle of the street and at night, and they're like, "Watch this shit," and they dipped it in kerosene.
Great.
They each took a fireproof glove,
We just used our hands,
and they would throw it and catch that motherfucker right in their hand. I'm like, you guys are
we do it. I
just barehanded it.
I was 10, almost catching the house on fire every day, bro.
dipping it and lighting
Yeah.
it and throwing it around.
Yeah, me and my buddies, we had parties, hit somebody's hair.
I'm glad I have.
Fucking poof, bro.
Yeah.
We burnt this one poor girl's hair. You saw it go boom, and we're like, whoa. Anyways, this was a long time ago. And I'm all over the place.
Fireworks in the neighborhood.
Fireworks. I lived in Inglewood, and now we have, I swear to God, Inglewood. My neighbor was Inglewood family blood gang member, and we were doing Roman candle wars, like laughing like children. Just like, he's shooting me, I'm shooting him. It was funny. Sprayed the neighbor with a fire extinguisher. I forgot one moment of the potato gun story, though.
Yeah, tell me.
When I was building it, I was like 12. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. I forgot to put PVC glue on the chamber to the barrel. So the first shot, I loaded up with gasoline and hit the ignition. It blew apart, and a flame went up the side of my body. I'm alone in my garage, and I'm just like, burnt my shirt right here, and nothing happened, you know? And I just went, oh, and I put glue there, and then it was fine. And that model my buddy has in his garage, and it's still working to this day.
Nuh-uh.
I swear on my life.
Still has that same one?
Because he brought it up at my birthday party. I'm like, why did you bring it here? I hadn't fired it in 12, 15 years.
You didn't do that for your gender reveal?
No. No.
Are there potato gun gender reveals out there? I haven't
That'd
seen
be a
one
good
yet.
one. It's blue.
coming, bro. It's
The
coming.
potato's
Next thing I
blue.
know, my fees gonna be like, oh, there's $1 million. I'm all right.
We're starting the trend.
What else as a kid are you doing, and what kind of trouble are you getting into? Are you sneaking out? Are you going to camps? Are you going on vacations? Are you driving? Are you flying? What are you doing?
I'd sneak out to steal my mom's car. Nobody
How
really
old?
watched me. 14, 15.
So you're joyriding? We had
Yeah.
a kid that did that too.
My dad sold me my first car, and it was a lemon.
Hold on. Go back for a second to steal a mom's car. You would sneak out, and where would you go?
Just
pick up
drive
friends and
drunk
drive
and
or
crash it in the trash cans.
You fucked your mom's car up?
Yeah.
Did she find out?
Yeah. It was
What
a
happened?
bunch of dents.
What happened?
She's a sweet lady, and she had a bad kid.
But you got home without getting
Yeah,
caught by
and I
the
was like,
cops
I'm
and stuff?
sorry. Yeah. I would get, I was like 15, no license, just crashing into a trash day, hitting a trash can, and trash would fly everywhere with my buddies, and we just laugh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I repent. Don't do this, guys. But yeah, I was just a lost little firecracker kid.
You don't need to apologize for it on this show. That ain't what this one's about.
Sorry, mommy.
What else? What else are you doing as kids?
Movies. I was watching movies. The TV raised me. I mean, that's fucked up.
What
Vacations,
are you watching?
we go to Vegas a lot. I watch Disorderlies, Fat Boys.
Yeah, that's
Going
the third
Bananas.
like Fat Boys reference in the last couple days, and I love it.
E.T., all the old school shit. Flight of the Navigator, Goonies. Watch Goonies every day. On and on. Just that weird stuff. Garbage Pail Kids, Monster Squad. I like obscure shit. Like They Live, John Carpenter.
One of the best fight scenes in the history of fight
so
scenes.
funny.
Keith David and Roddy Piper. Oh, man. Going for like 20 minutes. I think it might be 8 minutes for real.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Felt like 40.
8 minutes of being edited is probably 10 hours of them actually fighting the shit out of each other.
It's a 2-day shoot.
Yeah.
That's fight scene. Great movie. Check it out. It's a documentary about what's happening right now.
Tell me about vacations.
Vegas, we went to the Tropicana, had an indoor pool. Nobody watched us, bro.
Would you drive?
No, this is Nino stuff. I'm like,
but is your family flying there?
Oh, sorry,
or are you driving there?
Dad, I was like, I didn't drive. I'm 12. No, my dad would drive. He had a T-Bird, a Chevy Astro van, and we stay at the Tropicana. Had an indoor pool at that time, and he'd give us $2 for like 4 days, bro.
So he'd like let you stay at the pool and he'd go gamble?
Yeah, and no one's
And the
watching
lifeguard's
us,
the
bro.
only person watching you?
My 12-year-old sister's watching 8 kids.
That many?
We're Mexican, bro.
He left all that.
All of them.
Wait.
Yeah. There's 3 of us, but cousins.
But he let the kids watch the kids.
kids
like,
watch
I'm
the kids.
going
Nobody
over here. All right.
Oh, a drunk uncle or my dad watched us, which means they're out gambling and nobody watched us. And they had the arcade down there. And I was always a hustler and an entrepreneur. And I would bring like gadgets to steal the animals. I'd put a coat hanger with the fish hook on it, the claw machine.
Yeah.
And now, because he gave me $2.
But how would you get it? You go
I'd
through
go
the slot?
under and I go like that and I pull them out, like fishing for stuffed animals. And I would, I swear to God. And then people would come play and they'd lose. I'd be like, hey, you want to buy a stuffed animal? I swear on my life. I swear.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
Of all the places.
I was like a 10-year-old, bro, selling stuffed animals to strangers. And they would buy them. So I'm 10, And then the coin one where you put it in and it flicks it up into the cups.
Oh, yep.
I would like pry it open and put gum on the end of the coat hanger and pull out all the change from the bottom.
That would
And
work, huh?
Oh yeah, I fish out like $13 a quarters, but I'll put it right back in the machines because I didn't have. Yeah.
What about the ones that would like bulldoze quarters to like the edge?
That one I could never get
You know
in
what
that
I'm talking
machine.
about?
My angle was the stuffed animals and the coin flipper, and some of them had a.
You wouldn't get caught?
We would get in trouble all the time.
But your kids, so what are they going to do?
Yeah, I'm 10. Nobody's there. Where's your father? Not here. What are you going to do?
He's out there spending more money than I'm
gambling.
stealing. Yeah.
What are you going to do? You gonna arrest a 10-year-old? No, they thought it was funny. Like, look at these crazy kids. Who's watching them? Yeah, that's what we would do. Just crazy wild shit. Yeah, just me and my cousin Lisa, my first best friend, we used to just get into it, like watch Little Rascals and then go implement that into real life and like steal my daddy's beers and sell them to construction workers. I put a sign around her neck. Everything was always money orientated. How can I get money?
But you would go find construction workers?
Yeah, and they would
There's
buy
always some building going on out here.
We sell Coronas, Keystone, put a sign around her neck and we'd sell and we kill it. We kill it.
You put a sign around her neck?
Yeah.
I thought you had a dog with you.
No, Lisa.
You put it around your cousin's
Sodas are $1, beers are $3. And just watching Rambo. I watch Rambo a lot.
Were you a big prankster? Were you doing what? What are you?
Always firecrackers.
Scaring people. It's always
people,
firecrackers.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you, I remember we did this with firecrackers one time. We used to do this shit. It was I can't believe we did it. Can't believe we're alive. It is the dumbest thing you could do. But those black cats back in the day, and you probably know this, you could pull the fuse out of it.
Yeah, get the gunpowder out.
And you could, well, we didn't we would just throw that away and we would just light the fuse to scare you. So my buddy's driving one time and I tell my brother, I'm like, well, we're in the middle. I'm just going to take the fuse. We're fine. I'm just going to throw it on his fucking nuts while we're driving. So we're all in the car and I'm behind him and I light it. He's like, what's that? You right away. And I just throw it on his lap. Dude, this motherfucker, of course, he let go of the wheel. There it is. There you go.
No.
That one on the right is like as beat up as it was. Yeah. He let go of the fucking wheel. We're in this tiny ass car on a bridge.
Oh,
and he's
no.
swerving all over. We're like, grab the fucking
Why would
wheel.
you do it on
I
a
don't
bridge?
know. I don't know what the hell we were thinking.
Wait
but
till after the
he's
bridge.
just beating his nuts. And we used to do shit like that all the time. And bottle rockets is one we would have bottle rocket fights too.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I still to this day, I'll never forget. I'm sitting in my car. Thank God. This window was down. This window's down. It was super windy. We're at the beach. Everyone's lighting fireworks, but it's windy. So I get inside. I go to light a joint. And as I'm sitting there, a fucking bottle rocket. It's, you know how they're unpredictable as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
It just, right across my fucking face through the windows. And I was like, God damn.
Bottle rockets were a little scary because you always hear the story of some kid in their eye.
Yeah.
But you just close your eyes.
Yeah, never
We
had
used to take
fireworks
this-
injuries?
Oh, yeah. I lit a mortar off my head.
What?
I put a beanie on.
What do you mean a mortar? You
mortar
went
tube,
big,
tube.
huh?
Yeah. This was
Wait,
later.
you put it on top of your head and
And
shot it off?
and filmed
Nah,
it. I
dude.
swear to God. It was a double shot too. Pop, pop.
What?
Yeah.
Did it scald your skin?
Yeah, I felt like a sledgehammer punch to the top of my head.
Oh, with the
I put a beanie on.
and still it did that to you?
But it just felt like a punch, like, boom. And my buddy's like, you're an idiot. And I'm like, I know. But we were just dumbs. Always taking it that extra. I was the guy that like people were normal fun pranks. And I was like, let's go a little further.
Let's hear it.
And we'd take the stick off the bottle rockets, just throw them out because then you don't know.
Ah, that red stick that would be on there. And then
so
it just
you
go
don't know.
wherever.
And we're like, close your eyes. I just like danger, but not anymore. This is like alcohol and 20s, you know.
Give me some elementary and high
Elementary
school.
school,
Give
we
me
would just
kid
lay them
stuff.
on the sidewalk. It was also around then. Same stories, just slightly safer because I was 8. Same story. Elementary school, we used to steal Playboys from the liquor store because we didn't have internet porn, which I am grateful for.
I agree. I think that would have ruined me
That
as a
was-
kid.
yeah.
It would have. I would have never done anything. I'd have been hooked immediately.
These poor
yeah.
bastards just out
So
the
how would you
gate.
get them?
We would like a guy would be.
Do you know what the
lookout.
store was called?
Yeah, like Mr. B's, Mr. K's liquor. The like some kid would be over there distracting them, and I would be by the Playboys and club magazines by the door,
Club,
hustlers, and I'd be like this and just run out. And we'd have a magazine and we'd share it because that was our only access to porn. Or you get those weird newspapers in the stands. Remember?
I see L.A. Yes,
LA had, like,
where
smut
I grew up. Baltimore
newspaper.
didn't have that. You had like the city paper,
Yeah.
but they didn't have the smut backstage.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like, what's weird, I had no idea now, but looking back, it was like, what's that, Craigslist? Like
Yeah.
casual encounter. It was like a old school
Yup.
newspaper for that world. And it was because we were like 8, 9. I'd lay on the ground and put my arm up and pull them out. We wouldn't even pay for them. And we'd still,
Oh, you could get under 'em
porn.
like that?
yeah. And then it had all the numbers, and we called the numbers and rack up mom's phone bill, calling like 1-800 fat girls and shit. Because they talk to you longer for cheaper. He's like, I don't care if she's fat. And that's fucked up.
What about sleepovers and stuff like that?
Yeah, I actually knew the first sleepovers. I knew the Gracies, and I went
Like
to
Hoist Gracie?
Yeah, Hoist came during UFC, like the infancy of it, showing like Shamrock and shit, and what was that guy, Tank Abbott,
And you're doing a sleepover over there?
yeah, and he came over and showed us videos of that, and I was like 10, meeting Hoist. That's wild, huh?
That is wild.
Yeah, and I just remember
That's a
watching the
pioneer right
UFC
there, legend,
blow
yeah.
up, and it
And
was
you were getting
in my
the
middle
first
school.
taste of it.
Yeah, and they were like, "Come fight," and I'm like, "No, I'm a firecracker kid." You know, I never did it. I regret it. I wish I did go to their schools. They're awesome. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, shout out to them. I've known him since 10.
Who'd you know? Who in
Henry.
the family? Henry?
Henry.
Oh, Henner.
Henner, Hedon, and Halleck. They were like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Like they have one. They seriously had a kid every year. They're awesome, and they're doing big things. He like made a hoodie line, teaches classes, teach police.
Were you a sports guy at all?
I was baseball,
Playing Little League?
shortstop. Yeah,
Yeah, were you
shortstop,
good?
third base, second base. Yeah, every all-star team, utility man, could pitch. Sometimes I was a little wild. Despite this skinny arm, I got a little cannon on me. I'd be whipping them. Yeah, I was shortstop mainly. I loved the infield. I was aggressive. Like you could hit a piss rod at me. I'll take it. Gah. Like be tough. That's what my dad taught me.
You
He
didn't
used to
mind
hit.
that.
No, He's hit ground balls at me, and if I missed, it'd come at me harder. That's abuse.
I don't know if that's abuse.
No, you weren't there. No. But
I wasn't. You're right.
No, I love my daddy. He's awesome. But yeah, it was yeah, just a lot of ground balls, firecrackers, golf.
But high school.
High school, started drinking, doing potato cannons, watching Dazed and Confused a lot, Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, Pink Floyd, The Machine. Yeah, that's when I got into psychedelics and Pink Floyd and
In
Led
high
Zeppelin.
school?
Yeah.
I went to see, and it's so funny because I just did the 5K there at the Pasadena Rose Bowl at the Two Bears for Netflix as a joke. I just didn't say I just did, but this year. And I was telling them a story. I was telling Kevin Clancy from KFC Barstool that I had come to this Rose Bowl, and it was 1994. So we go to this. And it's fucking the Rose Bowl. It's 100,000 packed. It's April. It's warm. And my buddy Kevin's with us. And then he invited this other couple, this younger married couple. I don't know them, but the three of them do. So the four of us are sitting outside the stadium and everybody's tailgating. You know, we're smoking weed. And he pulls out these shrooms. And he's like, I think I'm going to take a bunch of these shrooms. Do you want any? And I was like, no, I don't. And the married couple does. So the three of them eat all the shrooms. So we go into the stadium. Kevin is to my right here. And then the married lady and the married guy. It's the four of us. And we're deep in the concert, in the middle of it. They're flying. And I look to my left. And then when I look back to my right, Kevin's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the fuck is Kevin? And I hear dong. And what happened was he passed out. And the people behind him got scared. So instead of catching him, they moved out of the way. And his head hit that aluminum seating there. But his feet got stuck in front of the one in front of us. You know how small the Rose Bowl is. And when he hits, he's having a seizure.
Oh no!
I've known him since high school. And they're like, "Is he epileptic?" I'm like, "No, I don't know what
he is."
And
today.
I just started smacking the shit. I'm punching him in the face.
I don't think that's helping.
I'm going, Kevin, and I'm punching the shit out of him.
You just beating up an epileptic man?
Next thing we know, he comes to, and he's like, what the hell happened? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Everyone's looking around. I'm like, you just fucking passed out. You fucking hit your head. You got to be hurt. And you had a full-on seizure. He's like, how long was I gone? I go, how long you think you were gone? He goes, I don't know, like 2 minutes. I was like, it was like 20 seconds, dude. He's like, what? We look over, and the lady that she brought the shrooms. I don't know if she was having guilt or what. She saw what happened to him, and dude, it was
it's over.
Oh, it was the worst trip that lady's ever had.
Yeah, that's a bad trip.
She started throwing up in her like $60 concert shirt. They had to leave. I've never in my life been more glad I didn't do shrooms. I don't know why. I like shrooms. I don't know why that time. I was like,
no, that would have been a bad trip.
He's seasoned. She's fucking freaking out. I'm like, oh,
you can't see shit like that on mushrooms. You're like, I'm fucking out of here.
Oh, god damn.
One time my buddy was having a bad trip. I didn't even remember this. Another buddy told me. We're all bugged out on mushrooms. It was high school shit, and he's having a bad trip. So I started shaking him and slapping him, like, snap out of it. And then I was like, is it better? And he's like, no, it's way worse.
It's way worse.
And I was like, sorry, I don't know. Drink water?
Tell me the most fucked up you got in high school.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll wrap up on this.
Dirty ass, like, Keystone. You know, Keystone Ice.
Yeah, I forgot about Keystone.
Cheap shit. I maybe could handle 4 beers, and I had like 14 as a 14-year-old. Woke up in a puddle of vomit. Face down. Thank God. Thank you, God. My mom, sweet, beautiful lady. Thank you. She's cleaning me up. But I'll never forget this. My door was locked, and I'm trying to hide being drunk. And, you know, I'm 14. She's like, what are you doing in there? I'm like, I'm whacking it. Go away. And she's like, I know you're not whacking it. You would never say you're whacking it. You're drinking in there. Aren't you, Philip? That's my middle name. You're drinking. I'm like, no. And then just puke everywhere. Yeah, she caught me.
You're whacking
But that was my excuse. I was like, I'm whacking it.
I would never have the nerve to say I was whacking
shit-faced, Ryan. I was shit.
I get it.
Yeah, that was my first hangover, and I I don't know why I kept drinking because it was like the worst couple days of my life, just a pounding on my head. Probably had alcohol poisoning, but nobody did nothing. And just woke up in a huge puddle of vomit, and I was literally like rubbing my head in it. I was just out, and my mom like got me out, and I didn't. And then I just went and passed out in her bed. Her sweet angel ass just cleaned me up.
That's
Thank you, mommy, and unconditional love. Shout out to moms.
Shout out to your moms. Dude, thank you. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you coming on here.
Thank
Plug
you.
again what you'd like, please.
CraigConant.com. I'm touring like a son of a gun. I'm always at the Comedy Store and the Hollywood Improv. And yeah, Craig Conant. That's my name. I love you all. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, brother. Thank you. As always, Ryan Sickler. Come see me on tour. Tickets are on my website at ryansickler.com. We'll talk to you all next week.